Democrat from the fine state of West Virginia. Senator, it didn't happen yesterday. There wasn't an electoral revolt. I mean, it isn't official. It's till January 6th, I guess, when they put the seal of approval on it in Washington. But what do you make of efforts still afoot to deny Donald Trump the victory?
Well, Neil, people just got to get over it and go on. I mean, let's get on with governing this country, making us the leader and maintaining that superpower status. And that means we all got to get behind our president, whether you voted for him or not, and work with him and try to make him successful and be respectful if we disagree and find a different path forward. But I mean, this is taking too much time and energy. There's too many other things to be concerned about. And I think we have the greatest system of democracy in the world. It's not perfect. They're going to make some mistakes, but it's one we can trust, and I trust it, and I feel very comfortable with it.
All right. You come from a coal state. Donald Trump has promised to bring coal jobs back. Are you confident he will? You want to see that?
Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have some coal jobs come back. We're going to stabilize. We're not going to be back to where we were because a lot of the market has changed. Cheap gas has taken over. A lot of the coal-fired plants have been either dismantled or converted to gas. So we've lost a lot of the markets we sold into before. Next of all, just taking the regulations, and I'm not saying that regulations that keep our water clean, we're all for clean water and clean air. But we've had an overreach in a state of West Virginia and many other extraction states to where it was almost a redundant nuisance, just trying to demoralize us from even trying to do business. And Neil, that's what happened. So yes, that's going to unleash a lot more confidence, a lot more investment, and try to stabilize the market that was on a complete downward spiral. So I think we will be able to bring some back, but not at the levels we had 5 or 10 years ago.
You know, much has been made, Senator, of Rick Perry likely becoming the next Energy Secretary, a department that he had promised to eliminate not too many years ago, and it questioned its worth today. How do you feel about that? That was a job you were rumored for as well, but I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think Rick's going to be fine. Rick, first of all, President-elect Trump has put people around him, whether you agree or disagree, they have run things, they've done things. They're just not picked out of thin air. You know, Rick was the governor of one of the largest states we have in our country for more than anybody else, 10 years, so he understands. He can pick people. I have confidence Rick will do a good job, and I'm going to work to hopefully help him. I'm all for it, all in energy policy. But I think you have to look and be realistic and pragmatic that we're going to use fossil for some time. The rest of the world is going to use more fossil than ever. Don't you think that it makes sense to invest in the technology that would be able for us to use it cleaner and better, being able to take the CO2 but do it in a responsible manner and a cost-effective manner, and then be able to have this technology used around the world? It didn't make any sense just thinking that we were going to switch, Neil, to a carbonless energy policy and the rest of the world would follow, and we've done irreparable harm to our economy. But having a balance moving forward with all of the renewables as far as wind and solar, hydro, biomass, but you're going to have coal and nuclear and
so you
gas
take the Trump administration to come, sir, at its word that it is going to explore all energy options, not favor one over the other, because a lot of the clean air renewable types are saying, no, this is the end of solar and wind, at least under this president. They're talking about Donald Trump, and that will be bad for us. You say the administration to come will be all in.
Neil, I don't agree with their evaluation of that. There's been more research and technology money spent on renewables in the last 8 years than anyone could have ever imagined. And with that being said, we're still counting on coal, gas, nuclear to provide about 80 to 85% of our energy needs for our country. And very little technology was spent on that, the new technology. So we're not going to be able to spend what we had before on renewables, but renewables basically are coming of their own. They're going to be able to be more competitive, and they'll have a place. I'm all for that. I'm just not for disproportionately spending all of our research technology money on an energy source that's not going to provide the energy that's needed for a base load 24/7, rain or shine, and it's going to be within the 20% range. Doesn't make any sense.